All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to 100 Days Defense Academy. I always forget the actual name of this game because it's like a strange name. 100 Days Last Defense Academy. It's like not a name, but okay. Anyways, it probably sounds better in Japanese. Anyway, so last time we were persuading the non-fighters to fight because apparently people can't rise up against one person. Not gonna lie, that last one was a little silly for me, but I will always, especially when it comes to visual novels, I understand that sometimes they take a little bit to get going because we are basically, reading a novel. Although I will also argue that there's some novels that get me hooked instantly. And this one, the first 7 days was really good, but then it kind of went down again. I fought one time. But hopefully these, that was the easy story, right? So hopefully it'll get a little better as we go. Like the twins holding stuff onto their bodies, so weird, and sleeping in gutters even though they look really well dressed. Bizarre. But anyways, once again, I just want to say that we are on our way to 700 subscribers. Oh my gosh. So if you like my content, please make sure to like and subscribe and leave comments giving me some feedback so I can get better and do a better job. So without further ado, let's continue. We were on to Gaku. Huh? Why won't I fight? Because I'm scared, obviously. After filling up on the sandwiches I had brought him, Gaku revealed the reason why he won't fight. That makes sense. More sense than throwing up. How is it not scary? What the hell are those invader monsters anyway? They're straight from a manga. There's no way I can face them. I'd rather get kicked out of school than have to fight them. If you get kicked out, you're guaranteed to die. Isn't it better to fight and live longer then? I'm telling you, I can't help that, I'm scared. How can all of you be fine fighting those monsters? You're the ones who are crazy, not me. Must have a couple screws loose. It's not like we want to fight either, but we have no other choice if we want to protect what matters to us most. If we don't defend the school, everyone in the Tokyo residential complex is in danger. Technically, you don't know that. Don't you have people you care about? If we don't fight the invaders here, they might get killed. People I care about? Oh, I don't have anyone like that. What? But your family?
Yeah.
I don't have a family. I'm an orphan who was abandoned as a baby. I worked and survived at the poor group home that took me in. I found myself falling silent. I had no idea Gaku had such a past. I see. Sorry, I didn't know.
No.
Whatever. I don't really care. Besides, being an orphan isn't all that bad. Because all I gotta do is look out for myself. I don't give a crap about the Tokyo residential complex. But are you sure? If the Tokyo residential complex goes down, everyone dies. You might not have any family, but surely you have people you don't want to see die.
Huh?
I told you I don't. I struggle enough looking after myself.
Yeah.
It's been like this my whole life. I'm only looking out for number one. Okay, we're done here. Go home.
Huh?
Wait, hold on. Just hear me out. I told you I won't fight. If you want me to risk my life so much, then bring me money. Wow. Probably can't even use said money. Bring me a fat stack of bills, then we'll talk. Money?
No.
Judge me all you want, I don't care what people say. This is how I live my life. If you're not gonna pay me, then get the heck out of here. Shoot! Whack. Well, at least, you know what? Makes sense. Mercenary for hire. Good job. Gaku pushed me right out of his room. Well, that didn't work. Seems like the only way he'll hear me out if I actually bring him money. But nobody has money here. We were basically brought here with just the clothes on our backs. If I can't pay him money, Maybe I can give him some sort of gift instead. I'll have to bribe him with something else. In any case, I need him to open up to me. Let me try making a gift for Gaku using the gift-o-matic in the rec room. But what will get him to open up to me? What's something he wants? Something with monetary value. No point trying to think of something on my own. I'll go ask the others and see if they have any ideas. Money? Diamonds? Rubies? Look, Takumi! Look what I found! What's that? A surgical scalpel! I was wandering around some ruins when I found an old hospital. I rummaged through the debris and excavated a whole surgery kit. I can't believe I found such a nice blade. It must be my lucky day. Just think how much easier I could do my coin. Dudumi swung the scalpel around as she ran down the hallway. She's acting like a psychotic slasher. Yeah, she's never useful. Something Gaku might want? What about some needles and thread? Needles and thread? Apparently Gaku's good at well, how does Takamaru know all this? Apparently Gaku's good at sewing and he doesn't seem like any amateur. Once he looked at the embroidery on my jacket and got all worked up. He was all like, not bad embroidery, but I could do something like that easy. I love how Takamaru just knows everything about everyone. So Gaku can sew? I'm surprised that Gaku has such a domestic side to him. I'm not, after being an orphan. Where do you think he learned how to sew? Well, he's the oldest of a big family. After having to sew up the clothes his brothers ripped up day in and day out, he got good at it. Big family? That's not what he told me. He said he was an orphan. Orphanage. Apparently he's got over 20 siblings. Like, holy shit, right? But I guess every family's got their issues. Wait a second. Maybe those are the other foster kids living in the group home. But if that's the case, turns out he's got a family after all. I should make a note of this. I was like, you know what? You tell me he's an orphan. It's actually not that surprising that he can sew. A present for Gaku? What about clothes? Clothes? I guess his outfits are always patched up. He doesn't have a lot of clothes or the money to buy more. I see, so he doesn't have the means. So I think he'd be very happy if you gave him clothes. But I can't just bring him any old clothes, it'll have to be something he likes. If I'm going to get him clothes, I need to research his tastes. Wait. I can just teleport here. I peeked into the war room and saw Hiroko typing something on the computer with a serious look on her face. What are you doing, Hiroko? I'm looking over footage of past battles and making a record. A record? A record of how many invaders and which commanders we took out. Basically, I'm creating objective data detailing how much we've contributed to this war. She's even doing administrative work. She might be hard to get along with, but she's certainly brilliant and capable. Isn't that a lot of work? Obviously. You think I want to do this boring work? Well, I don't. But it's still important. We need to keep these kind of records. But they might try to shortchange us when it comes to our reward when the war's over. Reward. Didn't I mention it? These invaders have a pretty nice bounty on their heads. That's what Sirei said, at least. If that's true, then we're not fighting for free? That's why I'm documenting all this for you. So that doesn't happen. So there are rewards for taking out the invaders. I might be able to use this information later when I'm trying to get Gaku on board. By the way, do you know if there's anything Gaku might want? Huh. Sorry, never mind. Haha. He's like, fuck no. Okay, I'm starting to get an idea of what present to get for Gaku. Gaku's always wearing patched up clothes, so a gift related to clothing might be good. Although giving him clothes isn't a good plan. I'm sure he has his own taste and style, and the chances of liking whatever clothes I pick out are low. According to Takemaru, Gaku can sew, and pretty well at that. Then what about giving him a sewing kit? He'd be able to make whatever clothes he wants and even keep wearing his current clothes by mending them whenever he needs to. Sewing-related gifts. After a few minutes of searching, sewing kit. It's better than a machine. A sewing kit? This looks good. The materials I need are needles, thread, scissors, and cotton. That's a lot of materials. Gathering them all is gonna be a pain. I rummaged through the debris and excavated a whole surgery kit. If the place Darumi found was a surgical facility, they might have needles and thread for stitching. It's also sure to have scissors, and if there's medical cotton pads, they might work in place of a cotton. Okay, I'll go exploring tomorrow. I'll have Darumi show me the abandoned hospital so I can gather the materials. Why does it keep having me have 2 people only? Ready to find more scalpels for my cutting, Takumi? You meant to look for materials to make Gaku's present, Darumi?
Yosh.
Okay, take me to that hospital, Darumi. Yahoo! Okay, but don't get mad at me if I get lost. Alright, let's see what we got. There's a treasure chest there. Alright, so we'll go that way. Pick the pretty pink flowers. Flower. You see a hazard sign in the middle. It might be dangerous. Take a different path. Shoot! Rude. 1. Put some materials in it. Ooh, I don't know if that's good or not. Find the ruins of a clock store. Dismantle a large clock. Battle! I still haven't gotten to upgrade things. Right, let's do Darumi first.
Let's go!
It's actually a pretty good spot.
行くぞ。はあ。
Ooh, I don't want to take a hit. No, go away. Go away. Oh my gosh.
大丈夫だ。これくらい。セーフ。よし。まだいける。
I don't want to die.
やっちゃうよ。はいはい。いなくなっちゃう。
Alright, we should have this. Although I'm a little upset because
まだまだ。そこだ。
there's no way to heal.
やったぞ。
Okay, question mark. You find an altar with an leave an offering. Lost chances of finding all materials plus 20. School uniform. Ooh, enemy.
Yeah, tell ya.
Okay, we're still here.
あと何回やれるかな。
まだまだ。
Alright, we should be able to do this.
まだいける。はあ。よし、大丈夫だ。
Hey, we did it! Darumi is phenomenal. We do not have much health, though. Take some out carefully. No! You find a creepy straw. It exudes a... Burn it. Kill it with fire. Huh? Reroll target space. What? You find a plushie abandoned on the roadside. It looks like a target. Woo! Alright, 1, 2. Yay, you got threatened. Thank you. Oh my god. This one was a challenging one. With only 2 people, it's really hard. And I'm not able to upgrade. It's not letting me because I'm in like a story mode. Alright, I got all the materials. Okay, can we go home then? I'm getting bored. I just want to go back to my room and play depressing role games. Yay, we did it! We got like a treasure. sewing kit.
Ah.
Yes, the sewing kit's done. I immediately headed to Gaku's room with the newly made gift.
No.
It doesn't matter how many times you come over. I'm never going to fight those invaders. The only way to convince me is with a sack full of money.
Eh?
The heck is this, a sewing kit? Wait, you're giving this to me? Yeah, I figured you could use this sewing kit to make whatever clothes you wanted. Or you can just keep mending the clothes you already have. Alright, I gotta admit, this is pretty thoughtful. I had just noticed some holes in my clothes. Yes, it's a pretty good reaction. I can tell Gaku's expression is softening.
No.
Look, I feel bad saying this after you gave this to me and all, but I still can't fight with you. I'm seriously terrified of those invaders. As you can see, I'm not exactly the big macho Chad type. Maybe you'll heal then. No, I'm not asking you to fight just in exchange for this gift. More like a gift so I could get a chance to talk to you some more. Gaku, would you mind telling me why you're so against fighting? He said he's scared. That's a legit reason. Why won't I fight? Isn't it obvious? It's because I'm freaking terrified.
こんなわけのわかんねえとこいきなり連れてこられて
You're such a chicken. Yeah, let's
戦えっ
not
て
say
言われ
that.
ても困んだろなんだよ新構成ってあんな漫画に出てくるモンスターじゃねえか
If we are in a
無理
manga,
絶対戦いた
I'm
くねえ
done
よ
with this game
どんだけ
developer.
頼み込まれて
Done.
も無理なもんは無理だかんな
I don't think so though,
む
because
し
they
ろ
got
なん
really
でおめ
bad.
えらは新構成と戦えんだ
You
よ
can make bank if you fight.
頭のネジ吹っ飛んでんじゃねえのかこの異常者どもが
Wait, what?
あああ
She'll kill you? Wait, did I not click on that? I thought I did.
こんな
I
わ
thought
け
I
のわか
clicked on it.
んなんだよ進行むしろなんで頭のネジ振っ
I thought I clicked on it. Maybe I
マル
didn't.
コ戦えば稼げるぞあ
According to Hiroko, every invader you bag nets you a bounty reward. If you fight the invaders with us, you'll be able to make some serious cash.
え
No freaking way. So you're saying this could be a way out of being broke? No, not just that. We actually have a chance of hitting it big and getting rich!
ふんす
I mean, this is all just hearsay, so who knows if that's true or not. Gaku, come fight with us.
あ
Sell your soul. Let's get through this war and make a ton of cash. I extended my hand and urged him to participate in the coming battles, but Gaku wouldn't take my hand. Instead, he averted his gaze a bit and bit his lip.
あの
What's the matter? You don't want money?
いや
Yeah, I do. Real bad. You have any idea how long I've been broke?
な
I'd gladly risk my life. No, 2 of my lives for a big payout. Then,
いや
but if I decide to fight here and help you take out the invaders, then all those bastards in the Tokyo residential complex would be saved too. Oh.
と
Huh? Isn't that a good thing?
あ
No way. It's not fair. Not fair? I told you I'm an orphan, right? I grew up poor in a group home. You may not know this, but society pretty much treats you like dirt when you're a poor orphan. No matter how much I asked for help, those jerks in the complex never ever give me the time of day.
あいつらは
They
俺を
didn't help me,
助
so
けてくれ
why
な
should I
かった
help
のに
them?
そんな
How
の
is it?
絶対ずりーだろう
See,
が
this story is much better than the other girl's story.
もう
Fair? Now's not the time to be thinking about fair.
あ
Shut up!
あ
You grew up in a happy family. I don't want to hear crap from you. Gaku started breathing heavily as he shut me down. His hatred towards the society that abandoned him is Gaku's true reason for not fighting. He'll never agree to join us until this hatred is addressed. You know, I still think fear is a valid option. Gaku, I'm here if you want to talk about it. I'd love to know everything you've been through. I decided to ask Gaku about his past to see if I could find a way to change his mind.
俺が東京団地にいた頃いくつバイト掛け持ちしてたか教えてやろうか17個だよ17個
How is that even
24時間
possible?
365日 昼夜を問わず働き詰めだったんだ。
17 at one
ぶっ
time.
倒れる寸前まで働いてよ。そのくせ俺の手元には1円だって残りゃしねえ。全部グループホームの運営費に消えちまったからな。おかげで休みすら
Oh,
取れなか
interesting.
った
That
ぜ。
one disappeared.
俺だってまだ子供なのにどうしてこんなに働かなきゃなんねえんだよ。おかしいだろ。
He runs the group home.
おかしいよな。だから大人たちを頼ったんだよ。どうかうちのホームに愛の手をって。でも何にもならなかったんだ。政治家には助成金の申請を無視されて、企業に出向いて寄付金を募ったら
I don't think that's a good option.
な連中助けてやるなんてごめんだぜ。全員死んじまえばいいんだ。俺は絶対あいつら弟たちを助けてやれよ。
I was like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, are they just leaving them at the bottom? Or are they just putting the actual answer last? Because if that's the case, my siblings? Takumaru told, I love that Takumaru, like the biker gangster guy, like just knows all this stuff about everyone. You're the oldest in the group home and you have a lot of foster siblings. If the complex gets destroyed, they'll all die. You're fine letting the invaders massacre your entire family? Gaku fell silent. He seemed rattled. As much as he seems to hate the complex at large, there's no way he just abandoned his family. He's bound to change his mind once he realizes his siblings are in danger.
Huh?
No, I'm still not fighting. What? Don't you even care if your whole family gets killed?
No.
They're not my family. It's not like we're blood related. They're just strangers who happen to live in the same group home as me. What's wrong with you? You may not be blood related, but you're still family. Not only are they not family, they're a huge burden. I've had to suffer my entire life because of those stupid brats. Just thinking about it ticks me off. They freaking used me. If it weren't for them, my life wouldn't have been as miserable. Those brats can go die. I hope the invaders kill every single one of those brats. Oh my god. Wait, what? What's with this guy, really? I get his anger towards the Tokyo residential complex, but why his family as well? They went through the same hardships. Gaku, why are you so angry at your family? Would you mind telling me? I needed to abate Gaku's anger and get him to fight. I decided to try again.
俺がいくつもバイト掛け持ちしてたのは弟たちの食費を稼ぐためなんだ。俺が稼いだ金は片っ端からあいつらの胃袋に消えちまった。身を粉にして働いてんのは俺なのに、俺は服の一着も買えなかったんだぜ。そのくせあいつら俺に感謝の一つもしやがらねえ。
I mean, I don't know how old
やれ
these
お
kids
かず
are.
が少ねえだの、やれおやつ買ってこいだの、四六時中文句ばっかり言ってきやがる。どだいあいつら、俺のことなんて奴隷ぐらいにしか思ってねえんだよ。壊れたものは俺が直せばいいと思ってやがるし、破れた服は俺に縫わせりゃいいと思ってやがる。何万回と縫わされたぜ。あいつらの破れた服を縫うために何回徹夜したことか。俺の金と時間を無限に吸い取る疫病
Does
神
kind
と
of
も
sound
ね。
like a mom.
あいつらさえいなけりゃ俺にはもっと金と時間があったはずなんだ。新品の服だって買えた、いいもんだって食えた、一人暮らしだってできたかもしれねえ。返せよ、俺の金と時間返してくれよ。畜生死ね、死んじまえクソガキども。死ね死ね死ね死ね死ね死ね死ね死ね死ね死ね。
I'm letting it go through so I can see the whole thing.
死ね死ね死ね死ね死ね死ね死んじまえ。中木どもが新構成に皆殺しにされたって俺は悲しくともなんともねえよ。
Interesting. Just letting him rant.
Huh?
They all deserve to die.
No.
They all should just die. But then why? Why is it when I imagine them being killed,
涙が出
I
てくるん
start
だよ。
crying? It's because you don't want them to die, not really. But if you think about it, I'd be way better off without them. They don't add any benefit to my life. Family is not about benefits. You should know that better than anyone. You're trying to convince yourself that you should abandon them when you know you can't. You're only making yourself suffer. How about you give up and just accept it? Fight to save your siblings. You want me to save the little brats who ruined my life. Damn it, my life sucks. Was I a panty thief in my previous life? I don't think a panty thief is that.
お前が東京団地なんて助けたくないって言うならそれでいい。俺たちだって別に世界を守るために戦ってるわけじゃないからな。
Not even his mom.
自分の大切なものさえ守れれば正直それでいいとさえ思ってる。
I took a step closer to him and stared right into his eyes. What's with you and like staring at people?
憎しみなんて捨てなくていい。だからお前も自分の大切なものを守るためだけに戦ってくれ。グループホームでお前の帰りを待つ。家族のためだけに戦ってくれ。
Everyone's dead anyway. Persuasion complete. I never asked for all those brothers and sisters, you know. My own parents didn't want me, so who needs family? They just get in the way. Why should I have to keep busting my hump? For them even now. They could be a million miles away for all I know. My whole life I've had to sacrifice everything for their sakes. Talk about rotten luck. But still, I can't just abandon them. They're family. Aww. We might not be related by blood, but they're the only family I've got, you know? Of course. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be there for your family. Is it asking too much for you to fight for them too? Sorry, but can you give me some time alone? I need to think through all this. Sure, I understand. Thanks, man. You're a real decent guy. I feel a little better about myself now. His outfit kind of looks like he's a cop, honestly. A little star in the middle of his hat. Watch Shide come back as soon as everybody's together and fighting.
最終防衛学園今日も偉大な野蛮下劣な級
Luckily, we haven't had anybody come to the door. The announcement played like usual and I got out of bed, feeling like it would be another morning. But then... Who could that be? I like the drool. I opened the door and welcomed my guest inside. How did you like that meatloaf? Real taste of home, right? Just like Mama used to make. Is there a reason for that? I sliced your mother up into little pieces and put her in the... Just kidding! You've been Darumi'd! Yeah, sure, you got me. Did you want something or did you just come here to prank me? Don't shoot the messenger, bro. Mistress Hiroko sent me on important business. Mistress Hiroko? She wants you and me and Sakamaru and Nato to meet up in the cafeteria. That means right the F now, mister. Anyway, now you know I have to go tell the others. Mistress Hiroko's orders must be carried out promptly and effectively. Terumi bounded away, leaving chaos and confusion in her wake. Another meeting, huh? But it's only us this time. The deadline's tomorrow, so maybe Hiroko wants to discuss that test she mentioned? Well, only one way to find out. Cafeteria, here I come. You're all here. You bet we are. I gathered them all up just like you told me. I can see that. You did an admirable job, Darumi. Mistress praised me. Did something happen between those two? Come on, let's hear it. What do you want this time? I want a report on your progress. How are your attempts to win over the non-fighters going? So this was part of your plan. Have you managed to convince them yet? You only have 1 day left. Well, not all of them, but I think Tsubasa and Gaku are starting to come around. I see. That's good. I didn't expect you to convert all 5, of course, but we can deal with the holdouts later. Deal with them? How? True to my original plan, anybody who doesn't have the will to fight will be forced to leave tomorrow. What? Wait a minute. It took a while, but we've made a real progress. With just a little more time, I'm sure we can. I'm sorry, but a promise is a promise. I can't go back on my word. But without any protection or battle experience, they'll die out there. If they're not going to contribute to the war effort anyway, what difference does it make? Why does it have to be like this? To defeat the invaders and win the war naturally. You really think abandoning those guys is going to make it any easier for us to win? I'm certain of it. I've already pointed out the possibility of them drawing the enemy's attention away from the school for a while. There's also the chance that facing real danger will knock some sense into them and bring out their fighting spirit. Those chances are slim. It's not worth the risk. There is nothing I won't do for the sake of victory. Allowing victory to elude us would render the risks we've taken and the sacrifices we've made up to now completely meaningless. If you have time to spend worrying about the others, I prefer you spend it training to use their hemoamminum more effectively. The enemy commanders are far stronger than us. We'll never defeat them if we get too hung up on our own survival. When push comes to shove, we all have to be prepared to give our lives. As usual, Hiroko left the room for no discussion, leaving us alone to mull over her words and consider our options. Such a nice queen! How could anybody not stand that? Something she said just now bothers me. Aside from the obvious, you mean? Yes, but never mind. It's probably just my imagination. Nothing worth worrying about. What's our next move? Today's our last chance to save those guys. I'll talk to them one last time. It might not do any good, but it's worth a try. We have to do something or it'll all be over for them tomorrow. You're right, we can't possibly abandon our friends to such a cruel fate. Once again, it's one person. I won't let Hiroko force him out either. I'll step in to protect him. You can't use violence and threats to get people to do what you want. Society just don't work like that. I never expected Takamaru to be the one to uphold the laws of society. Appearances can be deceiving, I guess. I mean, he also knows everything about everyone, so he's also a gossip. In the back of my mind, I'd been expecting, hoping really, that Hiroko would go back on her plan and cut the non-fighters some slack. I could see now how foolish I'd been to think that. Even if I've managed to change Tsubasa and Gaku's minds, Shoma and the twins will still have to leave. I can't let that happen. I have to try to talk to them one last time. I should talk to Shoma, Ima, and Kako before it's too late. What's with all these empty ones? I rang the doorbell and waited. Eventually the door slowly opened. I'm sorry, please forgive me for ruining your day with my existence. Well, we're off to a great start here. Hey, Shoma, that deadline Hiroko set for you guys is coming up tomorrow, you know? Are you sure you won't reconsider things? At this rate, she really is going to throw you out. Yes, I know. I guess I'll just be thrown out like the trash I am. You don't really want that though, right? You shouldn't expect too much from me. I'm so hopelessly inept that me losing is basically a foregone conclusion, no matter what kind of conflict it is. This isn't some kind of physical or psychological shortcoming I can work on and overcome someday. My uselessness is baked into me at a cellular level. I may as well accept my fate. My staying here would only cause more trouble for everyone. You understand what you're saying, right? Once you get beyond that wall of fire, you'll probably die. Yes, I know. I've accepted that too. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it's better to get it over with now so I don't really let you down later. I'm sorry you had to end up here with someone like me. Shoma bowed his head in a gesture of deep regret and disappeared back into the darkness of his room. It's no good. He's too pessimistic for me to convince him now. This is Kako's room. Maybe she'll be more willing to listen to me today. I rang the door and waited. After a little while, the door was pulled open by a shaky, hesitant hand. Blaza, dearest, Oh, it's you, Takumi. Sorry if I surprised you. I just wanted to ask you something. Have you made your decision on what you're going to say tomorrow? If you don't agree to fight like the rest of us, you'll have to leave. I know, but my dear brother said he had a plan. He said there's no need for me to fight. Just like he said there's no need for me to have to get married or leave home. I feel like that's a discussion for another day. Okay, but let's put Ima and his plan aside for now. What do you want to do? Me, huh? Was it really that hard of a question? I don't really know. My dear brother usually handles all the big decisions. It's no different now. I have no choice but to go along with what he says. All right, I guess that's that then. Thank you for coming. Kako bowed uncertainly and closed the door, being careful to avoid making eye contact the whole time. That's about what I expected. I can't imagine a timid girl like that ever going out in the battlefield. I rang the doorbell and waited. Mr. Sumino, it's you. To what do I owe the pleasure? Don't tell me you're still hoping to convert me to your side. How much do you think you can achieve in just one day? Ima, please. At least think about it. I've done all the thinking I need to, Mr. Sumino. My safety is guaranteed thanks to the plan I've come up with. Alright, you mentioned before you had a plan of your own.
Yeah.
It's a simple enough solution. All I need is a way for me and my dear sister to remain at the academy without needing to fight. Nurses! Doctors! There's no way Hiroko is going to allow that. That's the problem my strategy aims to address. And what is this strategy exactly? Oh, I'm so sorry, but I can't tell you that. If you knew about it, it would lose all strategic value. Ima waved me goodbye and closed the door, his easy smile devoid of any kind of fear or anxiety. He seems so confident. I hope the secret plan of his isn't anything violent. I've talked to all three of the remaining non-fighters, but it hasn't done any good. I've done what I can for now. I guess I'll just go back to my room. I had a feeling it would turn out this way, but I'm still not happy about it. If those threes really are kicked out tomorrow, what'll happen to them? Isn't there anything I can do? I wonder who that could be. Has one of them changed their mind after all? Hope fluttered in my chest as I went to the door, but when I opened it... Hello, Takumi. May I have a moment of your time? Oh, hey, Ito. What's up? I wanted to discuss something with you. You know, about Hiruko? What about her? Remember what I told you in the cafeteria this morning? Something Hiroko said bothered me. I've been thinking about it and I'm sure that it's important. So what did she say that was so strange? I thought you said it was probably nothing. That was just an excuse. I thought it would be better if we didn't discuss it in front of everyone. What do you mean? I'm almost certain Hiroko was hiding something from us. If I'd pressed the matter, we had gotten into a big argument. Things are straight enough right now as it is. I didn't want to risk escalating them further. I guess that makes sense. What is it that you think she's hiding? I want you to think back to what Hiroko told us before she left and see if anything stands out. The enemy commanders are far stronger than us. We'll never defeat them if we get too hung up on our own survival. That humanoid invader with the strange transformation was certainly stronger than any other foes we've come up against. But she said commanders, plural, not singular. Huh? We've never fought an invader like that before or since. It's not impossible that there's others like it out there. Is she one? Is she the one that killed Side? But Hiroko spoke about there being more, as if it was a sure thing. Now that you mention it, that is kind of weird. Bear in mind, what I'm about to say is just my own conjecture. But it seems to me that Hiroko's views this war differently from the rest of us. Almost like she knows something we don't. That wouldn't be out of the question. She did say she's been fighting the invaders a lot longer than we have. But if people in charge have told her something, or if she's found out something for herself, what could it be? Only one way to find out. We have to ask her about it ourselves. What? Just like that? There's no way she'll tell us the truth that easily. She'll probably brush the whole thing off. Knowing what she knows will allow us all to make informed decisions, and it makes sense strategically speaking. If she insists on dodging the issue after that, we can get everyone together and put more pressure on her. We could even make her step down as leader. What? If Hiroko's no longer in charge, she won't have any authority to make the other. She doesn't have any authority now! It's not like we voted her into that position to begin with anyway. You're basically suggesting we stage a mutiny. Isn't that a step too far? She's literally threatening 3 people with death, dude. I don't think it will come to that. Hiroko won't let anything happen that might jeopardize our chances of beating the invaders. Yeah, that's true. I don't know what this information she's hiding is, but if it can help us get a better perspective on the war, we ought to know about it. It might even make the last 3 non-fighters change their minds. That's a chance worth betting on, don't you think? I guess. You see, it's in everyone's best interests for Hiroko to share what she knows with us. The thing is, though, she scares me. I'm not great at talking to people anyways, and I don't think I could make my case very well. I always feel better around you, Takumi, and you have quite a way with words, so... so that's what this is all about. All right, I'll go with you and try to get the truth out of Hiroko. Thank you. I think it's best if we talk in private, just 3 of us before involving anyone else. I believe Hiroko is in the leisure lounge on the 3rd floor, alone. Would you mind coming along with me right now? Sure, no problem. Let's go talk to her. Thank you, Takumi. Is Hiroko really hiding something? I can only hope she'll be honest with us. If she refuses, things could get complicated. Well, I'm sure it'll work out. Somehow. Eito said Hiroko was in the leisure lounge. What would she be doing here all on her own? Look, Takumi, over there. Eito pointed to the pool. From where we were standing, we could make out a shadow moving in the water. As we got closer, whatever it was came to the surface, sending a spray of water across the edge of the pool. Standing there was, of course...
覗き見なんて感心しないわね。
覗きじゃない。そうだよ。覗きじゃないよ。
どうしてあなたたちが恥ずかしそうにしているの？そんなに恥ずかしくなるような体かしら。
なんとも言えないよ。
それでここに来たのは偶然じゃないわよね。私に会いに来たんでしょ。何の用？
あ、ちょっと大事な話があるんだ。
大事な話？分かったわ。着替えてくるから少しそこで待ってて。
We watched Hiroko make her way towards the locker room, the silence broken only by the echo of her wet footsteps. Half an hour later. Half an hour? Thank you for waiting. Now let's hear this very important matter of yours. My time is precious. Feel free to skip the preamble. Okay, well, there's no easy way to do this. I've just got to go for the direct approach. Alright, I'm gonna come right out and ask. Hiroko, do you know something about this war? Something the rest of us don't? What makes you think that? And so suddenly, too. We figured it out from some of the stuff you've said and done. Plus, if we assume you have information that we don't, it actually explains a lot. Your cold, practical attitude for one, and your dedication to winning at any cost. Is it true? Do you know the truth about this war? About Last Defense Academy? It's not that we consider you an unfit leader or anything, Hiroko. Now that today's gone, there's no doubt you're the best person for the job. Well, you are such a coward. But I can't follow someone who insists on keeping us in the dark like this. And I'm sure everyone else would feel the same if they knew. Is that a threat? Are you planning to go behind my back and turn everyone against me? Believe me, I'd rather not have to. Fighting among ourselves could tear this unit apart. If that happens, we'll be in no condition to fight the invaders anymore. We're not trying to start a confrontation here. We're still on your side. We just want to know the truth. Everyone's so confused about what we're doing here and how we got caught up in it. Once we know the truth, it'll be a lot easier for us to focus on doing whatever it takes to win the war and go home. So please, if you know anything that might help explain all of this, I think we have a right to hear it. You've really got me up against the wall here. I can hardly shrug this off with a I don't know anything now, can I? I'm impressed. I didn't think you had it in you to grill me this mercilessly. We didn't mean to grill you exactly. You've asked me if I know something about this war. If I have to answer, then yes, I do have certain information that you may find relevant. You do? Really? What is it? Is it about what's in the defense room? Or how they chose who to send here? Hold on. Can we go get the others first? I want everyone to hear this all at once. It will be better for our morale that way. Uh-oh. Bedtime.
総員、いつ新校生の襲来があるかわからないから、休めるうちにしっかり休んでおこうね。じゃあ。
The nighttime announcement? I didn't realize how late it was. We'd be up all night if we try to call a meeting now. Maybe we should pick this up again tomorrow morning. Is that alright with you, Hiroko? She's gonna get fucking killed. Watch. 1000%. I'll tell everyone to meet up in the cafeteria like we did before. Very well. You're right. It's best that everyone hears this firsthand. And you're not gonna go back on this. You haven't left me with much choice. Besides, I haven't been hiding this information because it reflects badly on me or anything like that. I just thought it might be better to spare you from such a harrowing truth. Harrowing? It's that bad? You should tell everyone that was your reason for hiding it too. Trust us, whatever this truth might be, I'm confident we can handle it. We've made it this far, and most of us have made our minds to put our lives on the line. Our resolves won't be shaken so easily. Alright, I'll trust you. Just be aware that it's a long story, and you may not like what you hear. The fact that I've kept the secret from you from this long should give you an idea of how bad it is. Yes, I'll tell everyone to prepare themselves for the worst. I really never thought it would turn out like this. But it's a relief I'll finally get it off my chest. I'm going to sleep well tonight. A beat later, Hiroko was already halfway to the door. Before she could leave, I called after her. Wait, can I ask you one last thing? What is it? Were you serious about the deadline tomorrow? Were you really going to force the non-fighters to leave? You've said time and again that you didn't care if they died. Did you mean that? The way you talked about protecting us from the truth right now, I'm finding it hard to believe that you're really that heartless. My primary goal here is to win the war. There is nothing I won't do for the sake of victory. But it's not enough for us to defeat the invaders. All of us have to survive as well. That's what victory means to me. Despite those words, Hiroko clearly didn't intend to loosen up anytime soon. She continued on her way, her back to us the whole time. Hiroko. She's not so bad after all. Just a little clumsy when it comes to expressing her feelings. Eito and I didn't stick around for long after that. We'd done all we come to do and it was getting late. We went back to our own rooms. I'm glad we figured things out, but what about this harrowing truth Hiroko mentioned? Whatever it is, it's made her obsession with winning this war. But it's also something she thought we'd be happier not knowing about. What could be that terrible? What is this big secret? No use thinking about it now. By this time tomorrow, she'll have told us everything. I'd better go to bed so I can be fresh for the meeting in the morning. And so ended my 15th day at the Last Defense Academy. The 16th day would bring a development none of us were expecting. One that would have a considerable effect on our war effort going forward. She's gonna get killed, isn't she? Told you! Can I save? Because this seems like a fantastic spot to save. Alright, you guys. I think this is a fantastic spot to save. We'll leave a little suspense going forward. Hopefully things will kick off. Either she left like Sire or somebody killed her. Which, yay. Interesting. Anyways, leave a little drama. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and check out the next video for what's gonna happen next. Bye!